space.
So
We
much,
do aerobics in here.
so many activities.
Do step class.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
Play Army Man.
Yeah.
This is how we do it.
Da, 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 da.
Hey, I never asked you.
Yeah.
You like guacamole? Ah! Open! Oh God! Run!
Hi everyone, I'm Laurențiu, and in this video I'm going to talk about my favorite PSP games that have free roam. Keep in mind that this is just a list, not a top 10, so the games are not in hierarchical order, but just put together in a video. The first game to talk about is Driver 76, which, if you are familiar with the franchise, is the prequel to Parallel Lines. The story is set 2 years before the start of Parallel Lines and focuses on Ray's start as a wheelman on the streets of New York. Ray wants to date a rich girl, but her dad says no, because he's poor. So he gets enough money to impress both the girl and her dad, who is a mobster. And you get to do different jobs, like driving fast in the time limit, making gangs fight each other, delivering stuff fast and other tasks. Also keep in mind that this game works like a GTA game, so you can get out of your car, steal people's car on the streets, shoot guns, be chased by the police. It's like a mix of GTA and Mafia set in the 70s. The game is excellent, try it out. The second free roam game I recommend you play is Gun. It's a western game that lets you explore the Wild West. It's true that the map isn't that big and most places feel empty, and you actually have big chunks of free roam spaces, but there are segments, so you have to just pass segments up to the next free roam part. And well, each part feels empty. But even so, having the ability to free roam in a western game for a PSP is nice. We don't have many western free roam games in general. And the story is badass. You have bullet time so that you can shoot in slow motion and feel badass, and the whole game is action packed, especially the ending. The controls are nice, the graphics are good looking too. It's a game well done. Story wise it pumps a good tale, and gameplay wise it's epic. Try it out, even if it has occasional glitches. Assassin's Creed Bloodlines takes place in the same year the original game took place, 1191. But the story in this game is not the original one. It follows Altair's journey to Cyprus, where he wants to find out about the Templars' intention. It's also the game where we get more info about Altair's future wife, Maria, as we get to see glimpses of their romantic story unfold in this game. Gameplay wise, the game is similar to the original one, but the maps are smaller and split into areas. The draw distance is horrible and the graphics are not always great, but the core gameplay remained the same. Also it's nice that Desmond is not present in this game. You play only with Altair, so no annoying outside the enemy sequences anymore. I covered Test Drive Unlimited in another video of mine, so I'm just going to recap the highlights of the game in this video. First off, you get a gigantic map, the map of Oahu, through free roaming. Oahu is a Hawaiian island. I haven't found an official digit, but the map is estimated to be 597 square miles, which for a PSP game is jaw-dropping. Also you get a huge amount of vehicles you can drive. You know what, let me just get this snippet from the other video to be more detailed. In Test Drive Unlimited, what will amaze you the most is the map. You drive in the Hawaiian island of Oahu, and that place is huge. And it's nice that you can just teleport to races on the map, because driving all that way there will be really a chore. The map is gigantic. And the other objectives, even though they sound boring, surprisingly enough, they keep you interesting to drive more. So in this game, you buy houses, buy cars, or just rent cars if you don't have the money, and drive around. The amount of cars you get is staggering, and it varies from Volkswagens to Ferraris to Aston Martins to Ford Mustangs and more. Just try out Test Drive 2. The gigantic map and the big array of cars you get is reason enough to try out the game. Next up are the two Tony Hawk games for PSP. They give you the ability to customize a character and skate in big areas and do all sorts of cool tricks and gaps. I described the game in a few words, but the games feature countless of hours of fun. Just try them, you will love them, even if you are not into skating. Next up is another set of games, the Midnight Club games. They are the Need for Speed games we never got on the PSP. I mean, there are Need for Speed games on the console, but not on the same caliber as the PC games. Well, Midnight Club brings us the awesome free roam, tons of cars with a huge load of customization options, day and night cycles, huge maps, multiple cities you can drive in. The games are badass, even for PC standards. It's amazing what they could do on a PSP. The games are badass and will delight you with countless of hours of fun for sure. They are masterpieces. Next up, the Monster Hunter games, where you are, as the title says, a monster hunter, and you go hunting for them. You will encounter huge monsters, dragons and other dangerous stuff that you will take down, and once you manage to get a huge monster, not only that it's rewarding in the game, but you feel badass too. The only downside to the Monster Hunter series on the PSP, and not only, is that you have to play a lot till you get to the badass stuff, starting from the bottom, getting used to the mechanics, then upgrading your gear, getting along with the game, and only after a few tens of hours you can get to the big fish monsters. But if you have the patience to do that, you will see what badass games they are, and graphically beautiful too. Next up, Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. The game where you have the entire Hogwarts castle in a 1:1 scale and 3D form to free roam in. The game is awesome for this. It lags, it's true, and it has performance issues, but it's a cozy game, and if you like the Harry Potter franchise, it's worth playing. Next up, Spiderman 3. The Spiderman game where you get a big map you can free roam in as Spiderman. You get to solve small crimes throughout the city too, and it has good missions too. It's an amazing game, and amazing what they could do on the small PSP CPU. Try it out. And the last set of games you have to try on the PSP are the GTA games. I don't need to insist on this, as you most probably already know them. So play them and replay them, and then replay them over and over again, as they are masterpieces. Okay, so this was the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want, follow me on Twitch, Instagram or Discord. I left the links to those in the video description. Also, if you want to see another video of mine, just wait till I stop talking, and there will be thumbnails of other videos I've made. Thanks for watching.